Morning everyone, it's week 6 of our van build. We missed week 5 because we were busy, but this week we're going to be building our DIY roof rack.
So what we're going to do, guys, we had a look at a few different options from the Rhino roof rack. Obviously that's quite a lot of money, so we sort of steered away from it. I did look at an aluminium roof rack as well, and using 20 by 20 aluminium extrusion. But what we're actually going to do is use some light gauge unistrut. So this is the 21mm unistrut we're using. Like I said, it's a light gauge, so hopefully it won't weigh too much when we're done. It's sort of DIY-ish, so we're building the frame, but the feet that we're using we actually picked up off Etsy. So these are the feet we're using, and they clamp around the little bolts we got on the top of the van. We did try and get the Fuel ones, but unfortunately they're out of stock everywhere in the UK, and I've been told by Fuel that they're no longer making them either, so we had to come up with a different solution.
So we'll put a link to those bolts in the description below in case any of you decide to make your own.
So the first job we've got to do is actually bolt the roof brackets on. So they come in 2 pieces. So you've got the bit which sort of sits onto the roof, and then the clamp, and they just bolt together. So I put one up just to test it. I don't know if you can see it from there.
I'll take you up and show you in a bit.
But they are quite solid when they're on, so once they're bolted together, obviously it can't move because it sort of clamps around the mushroom that's on the roof. So if anyone's got a Boxer or a Ducato, you know what I'm on about with those. And they seem fairly solid, so I'm quite happy with buying them. We could have made them out of unistrut, but I sort of looked at different methods and they seemed okay but not great. So I think for the £100 we paid for these, is well worth it. So guys, this is the mushroom that I'm on about. I said I don't know if they unscrew or not, but from what I've read they don't. So this is how the bracket sort of fits on. So you just put it that section around, and then this section's obviously got the cutout as well, and that slides in the back. It's a bit difficult to do this one-handed though, and it slides in and clamps around the mushroom, and then we just put a bolt into there and a nut on the back, and it just clamps it up, and then you end up with it like this, which is fairly solid, but it does hold on the mushroom. It doesn't really push down on the roof. So if you want to put any big loads on, I would recommend a different solution. So the next step is to put the long rails on. So we're going to have 2 full-length rails down each side of the van, and then I'm going to interconnect them with bits in the middle. So we're going to use some 8mm washers, bolts and nuts just to secure them onto the brackets up on top of the van.
So this is the first side up, and we're just going to do the same now on the other side.
Right guys, we got both of the side rails done now. You can see I put the awning rail onto this one as well, so we've got somewhere to fix our canopy too. We will get a wind out one in the future, but for now we've just got like a one that slides into the C channel we had on our T5, so we're just going to keep that. So the next step is to put some cross braces here. So I'm going to put one right at the front. That's going to be for the future to put our light bar on. I'm going to measure to see if I can get a solar panel between this end bar and the roof vent. Hopefully I can, and I can mount that crossways, and I'm going to put a further one down the back. If not, they both go in across at the back. So this is going to be our front bar. So we put some flat 90s on each end, so these will bolt straight onto the rails that are already in place. For our center ones we're going to use T-bars, and do the same on the rear as well. we've got the main frame all in on top of the van now. So we've got a nice square section. So we've measured the distance between the max fan and the front strut, and we can fit the panel, one of the panels in there. So what we're going to do is put that sort of horizontally across the van, and then put one behind the max fan running towards the rear. So then hopefully we can get some surfboards on the other side and it doesn't clog up our roof too much.
Going to test the solar panel just to see if everything's okay. Excuse the state of our garden.
Getting 20 volts now on the panel. The sun has gone in and it's slightly shaded, so I'm happy with that. It's meant to be 23 volts when it's open circuit, so it's close enough. So this is our front frame all built out for the solar panel, so we're just going to sit it on top of here now and hopefully just bolt the sides down and then get the cables running down that far side behind the max fan to the next panel. So here's the first panel all fitted. We were planning to try and sit it in down inside the roof rack sort of, but because of the width of it, it's actually as wide as the roof rack, so we've had to put it on top of the uni struts. So we just used some angle brackets, actually just uni strut angle brackets as well. I could have used Z brackets, but I thought these worked just as well. So we got our tails ready to go on to the next one. So the next one just behind the max fan now. So guys, we're back again. We've done the front and we've got the rear solar panel in now. So this is our roof rack complete for now. We got it as close as we could to the max fan. It still opens and closes nicely. The only thing is our connectors are just slightly too short to plug the two panels in. So we've had to order a couple more connectors until we can then plug these in. Hopefully that'll be tomorrow and we can see how much solar we're getting.
That's it for this week's video. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date with our videos.
And next week we're away again, so we'll try and pick up the camera when we're down in Devon to take you guys along with us. And when we're back, I'm going to start doing some of the plumbing, so if you're interested in that, catch us in the next video.